Всем привет, друзья, с вами канал Famous Games, и мы продолжаем играть в Игру Престолов от Telltale Games. Первый эпизод — Мира Форестер, Красный замок, Королевская гавань. Продолжаем смотреть историю дома Форестеров. У них там все очень-очень плохо. Грозят истреблением. Так. Нам дают поиграть за Миру. У нас тут уже как минимум 3 главных персонажа получается. Гаррет, потом Лорд, вот за которого мы там играли в конце той серии. Я уж не помню, как его зовут. Итан вроде бы. Амулет, сделанный из железноствола. И... Мира. Юнкайская монета.
Asher sent me this coin. To remember him. What a strange place, Essos.
Essos. Незаконченное письмо. Прочитаем.
Father. Much excitement here in King's Landing for the coming wedding. Lady Margery has proven to be quite popular throughout the city. I do wish you and Mother could come, although I know it would be impossible under the circumstances. I miss all of you, and I look forward to the day you can.
Брошь из Хайдгардена.
It was very kind of Lady Margery to give this to me. It once belonged to Lady Elena.
Старая пыльная книга.
Wonders Made by Man by Lomas Longstrider. A gift from Roderick. I hope to see them all someday.
Выглянем в окошко.
King's Landing.
Красивый
I wonder
вид.
if it's sunny at Ironrath today.
Захотелось купнуться, можно прямо с окна прыгать. Покупаться, потом назад залезть. Котелок. Ну что еще посмотреть? Я вроде все посмотрел. Котелок. Да нет, я реально все посмотрел. Еще раз в котелок заглянуть. Нет, точно нет. Куда же тогда идти? Письмо от матери.
It troubles me to even ask this of you, but you must appeal to Lady Margery to intervene on our behalf. She is our best hope, and can be a powerful ally, especially now when your family so desperately needs her help.
Посмотрим, кто ломится.
One moment.
Oh, sorry, milady. I didn't mean to disturb you. I can come back later if you'd like.
Впустить ее.
No, it's fine. Come in.
Begging your pardon, milady, but you all right? If you don't mind my asking, you seem rather upset.
Я волнуюсь за свою семью.
I'm just worried about my family.
Ah, letter from home, is it?
It's kind of you to ask.
Of course, milady. You've always been kind to me.
Please hurry if you can. Lady Margery will be here any minute.
Of course, milady. You work for Lady Margery? I may be wrong, but it seems like you do.
Это все знают.
It's widely known that I work for Lady Margery.
I've seen you with her before. You seem like good friends. I saw Lady Margery just this morning, outside the Royal Sept, talking to Queen Cersei.
Cersei?
Серсея. Так странно.
They appeared to be having some sort of disagreement.
О чем они
I couldn't
говорили?
hear much, but
What did they say?
I couldn't make out much, but I know they were talking about the Starks and House Forrester.
House Forrester?
I hope you're not in any kind of trouble, but I thought you ought to know. Most people don't tend to notice a call boy, not in King's Landing with so many lords and ladies about. You see and hear all sorts of things when people don't even know you're there. Good night, milady.
О, Маргари.
Lady
Неплохо.
Marjorie, you're early.
Я думал,
I
тут
was
никого
hoping
не
there would be
будет
time for us to
из
talk.
фильма.
Come, there's something we must discuss. From the day you arrived in Highgarden, I've thought of you more as a friend than as my handmaiden. A dear friend, in fact.
Thank you, my lady.
And you know how I feel about what's happened to your family. I feel your pain as if it were my own. What you've suffered is beyond imagining.
Мне
And your
нужна
poor
ваша
family
помощь.
as well.
I need your help, my lady.
Of course, and I will help you in any way I can. But there's another matter we must attend to first. You must understand there are limits to what I can say, especially here in King's Landing, now that I am to be queen. To have a handmaiden from the north whose family fought for Robb Stark. It raises questions at a time I can least afford. Cersei herself cornered me this morning outside the Royal Sept. She mentioned the northern girl in my service, and she painted you a traitor. She was very pleased with herself.
Зачем ей это?
What does she intend to do?
She intends to make you miserable, knowing that will make me miserable as well. She demands an audience. She wants an apology of some sort, for what I don't know, but she's waiting for us now, and I promised I would bring you to her.
О,
I
СЕРСЕЯ
wouldn't
тоже
ask
будет.
this of you if it were not important. I cannot afford
Что я
any
должна
conflict
сказать?
with Cersei with the wedding so near.
What do I say?
Find a way to appease her. Humor her. Tell her what she wants to hear. See if the Queen Regent is ready to receive us. You'll be fine. I know you will. You may feel one thing, but you must say another.
Good luck.
О, там Тирион еще был.
You can do
Да,
this.
это в те времена, когда они вместе все были. Тирион, СЕРСЕЯ. Нормально.
Ah, Lady Marjorie. Aren't you looking lovely this evening?
Lord Tyrion. Your Grace? With your permission, allow me to introduce Lady Mira of House Forrester.
Я не знаю, как у них принято. Ну, преклонить колено.
Your Grace.
Королева
The girl
довольна.
knows her courtesies. Impressive. You may rise.
House Forrester is a northern house loyal to the king.
Are they?
I beg your pardon, Your Grace.
I wasn't talking to you. I want to hear from the girl. Is your family loyal to the king?
Perhaps you should ask the new Lord Forrester.
He's not here, is he?
Единственному истинному королю.
Yes, Your Grace. to the one true king.
The one true king. Yet she didn't say which. The girl is clever.
She only meant...
I don't care what she meant. I care what she said. I won't stand for impertinence from a girl of the North.
If you would give her the chance to explain...
Perhaps she can explain why the Foresters have been loyal bannermen to House Stark for centuries. A house of traitors.
Они были нашими хранителями.
They were the wardens of the North. We all served at the pleasure of the king.
Clever girl.
Perhaps too clever for her own good. And she would have us believe she didn't know which king she served. Is your house willing to swear fealty to your new liege lord, Roose Bolton?
Руси Болтон также служил Старком.
Roose Bolton also served the Starks, Your Grace.
And proved his loyalty to the crown by bringing their house to a swift and sudden end. Old allegiances are not easily abandoned. But now that the war is over, we must look to rebuild and forge new alliances. There are ships and shields to be built, and Joffrey will need a steady supply of ironwood for his armies. I'm told there are others who would happily serve that purpose, but I trust we can rely on House Forrester.
Forster Ironwood does seem rather unique.
Для нашего общего блага.
To our mutual benefit, Your Grace.
And at the pleasure of your king. It would be a shame to see it fall into the hands of another house. I imagine you'd do almost anything to prevent that from happening, wouldn't you? Ask any Lannister, and they'd do whatever was necessary to save Casterly Rock. It would be unfortunate to see another house lay claim to what's yours.
Я не опозорю себя.
I won't dishonor myself, Your Grace.
I see.
What would you have the girl do, Cersei? It's not as if she fought beside the Starks, wielding a battle axe for the Northern Army.
It raises an interesting question, I suppose. Can we truly blame those who end up on the wrong side of the war? Our dear Margaery here was betrothed to Renly Baratheon on the false assumption that he would one day rule the Seven Kingdoms. Can we fault her for her mistake? Should she be held accountable?
Я не стану судить ее.
I won't judge her, Your Grace. I wasn't there. I didn't face her decisions.
Вы
Aren't you a
избежали
delightful
вопросов.
girl? If only one could flit through life without ever holding an opinion of their own.
If there's a point to this, I hope you find it quickly.
Loyalty can be such a hard thing to define. This city alone is filled with all sorts of ambitious opportunists looking to reinvent themselves, pretending to be something they're not. Who knows what lurks within their hearts? You are a girl from the north here in service to Lady Margaery. One can only assume her interests are yours. Yet loyalty to a king, that must be absolute, beyond question. And if your loyalties were to become conflicted between your king and the very person whom you serve, what would you do then?
I'm sure she
Let the
would...
girl answer the question. Go on.
Буду верна королю.
I would be true to the king, Your Grace.
Well said. I was beginning to worry you didn't have your priorities straight.
She is a threat to the crown, isn't she? The most dangerous handmaiden in all of King's Landing.
I'm not quite sure what to make of her. Not surprising, I suppose, for a northern girl. But not very encouraging either.
У них у всех, что ли, зеленые глаза, смотрите?
I'd like a word with you, if I may.
Вообще у всех.
Of course, Your Grace.
У Маргары, у Миры, у Серсея, у Тириона тоже, по-моему, зеленые рисовали. Че все такие зеленоглазые?
I'll walk you out. This may come as a surprise, but I met your father once, at the tourney at Lannisport. Even then he didn't trust Roose Bolton. We only spoke briefly, but your father struck me as an honorable man. You have my condolences for his loss. These would be trying times for your family, even under the best of
Моя семья в
circumstances.
опасности.
These are trying times, my lord. My family fears what might happen now that the Boltons rule the north.
They must still answer to the crown. You shouldn't forget that, nor should they. That certainly took courage. To so publicly declare your loyalty to Joffrey for all to hear. Poor Lady Marjorie was humiliated, although Cersei seemed quite pleased. It was quite the first impression. I, of course, found it all highly entertaining.
Леди Маргари.
I did it for Lady Marjorie.
Rather odd, if that's what she asked of you. But I'm sure she has your best interests at heart. My sister and I have our differences. She takes great pleasure in her little charades. I take mine in thwarting them. We must find our amusements where we can. She threatened to give your ironwood to another house. It is the Master of Coin who decides such matters. The crown needs boats. Boats need wood, and I speak for the crown in this
Что вы
regard.
предлагаете?
Not her.
Ой,
I
кто
wouldn't
ответил?
want to anger Cersei.
And you'd be wise not to. But I suppose the crown could be persuaded to secure ironwood from House Forrester. Lady Marjorie might not look favorably on such an alliance, and it would infuriate Cersei. Although what would be amusing for me might prove rather dangerous for you and your house. Are you willing to risk that? It may be far too dangerous.
Больше ничего не
In
остается.
fact, forget I even suggested such a thing.
It's a risk I'm willing to take, Lord Tyrion. Please.
You are a brave girl, aren't you? I'll consider it.
Я что-то
Now,
так и
if
не
you'll
понял,
excuse me, I
что он
promised
предлагает.
Sansa I would join her for dinner tonight.
Санса.
3 beautiful bottles of Dornish wine await my arrival. The mere thought of them
Спокойной
makes me
ночи.
thirsty already.
Good night, Lord Tyrion.
Just be careful. This is not the North. King's Landing can be a nest of vipers to the uninitiated.
Mira, I was worried. How was it? Cersei has a way of looking at you as though you're nothing. It's more than a little intimidating.
Более-менее все прошло
It
хорошо.
went well.
Really? That's a relief. Cersei is known for being rather difficult. Lady Marjorie has spent the entire day working on seating arrangements for the wedding. Of course, you and I are seated way at the back, here with the 4th cousins and the 9th-born sons. Ah, Sir Jaime. I wouldn't mind tarnishing that white cloak of his.
Sarah!
What? It's true. And Oberyn Martell, the Red Viper. I'm told he has a paramour,
Он
which I
довольно
doubt is Dornish
красивый.
wife,
He is quite handsome.
and quite passionate, from what I've heard. Perhaps Lady Marjorie could make the right introductions. Who knows? We might meet our future husbands. Although, marrying a king, I can only imagine what that would be like. Would you marry Joffrey if it meant you'd become queen? He does have a certain look about him, and he's always treated Lady Marjorie well, which is more than you
Только
can say
не за
for his
Joffrey.
mother.
I'd be willing to marry, but not Joffrey.
Well, I would marry him. Imagine the power you would have as Queen of the 7 Kingdoms. I might even allow you to be my handmaiden.
Вау, какая честь.
Let's see, who else should we marry off? Brienne of Tarth and Tyrion Lannister. What a perfect match! Sir Bronn and...
What are you doing? Well,
Мы просто веселились.
We're sorry, my lady. We were just having fun.
this is not a game. It's a battle plan. Allies and enemies can be made with every move.
Она все фишки раскидала.
Yet they say it is men who are powerful. The Queen was pleased by your display, Mira.
Ну и хорошо.
I'm just glad it's over.
King's Landing can be exhausting sometimes. There's always someone to please or some perceived slight to smooth over. I fear it will only get worse when I am queen.
Once they know your true heart, the lords and ladies will have no choice but to love you.
Do you agree?
Сэра права.
Once you are queen, the lords and ladies will do their best to please you.
You learn very quickly. Your words to Cersei were brave, but I know you must fear what the Boltons might do to your family. I do appreciate your willingness to appease her, as difficult as it may have been.
Thank you, my lady. There's been something on my mind. Something important.
Попросить о помощи или не просить о помощи? Ну, раз они подруги, можно и попросить.
I did have a favor to ask of you in return.
Whatever you wish to say, you can say it in front of Sarah. There are no secrets between us.
It's about my family.
I trust her.
Ну, пускай остается.
Go on.
И матери нужна помощь. Да, так, возьмем.
Forgive me, my lady. I wouldn't otherwise ask this of you, but my mother insisted. It's about my family.
Ramsay Snow. What would you have me do?
My mother fears our family will suffer if Ramsay is left to do as he likes. She thought, if a raven could be sent to the Boltons to let them know House Forrester has the protection of the crown. I know it's a lot to ask of you, and I wouldn't otherwise, but she insisted.
Маргери запомнит, что вы просили от
That is
имени
no
вашей
small
матери.
request, especially now.
I know, my lady, and I wouldn't ask this of you otherwise. But my mother has left me no choice. She insisted.
Joffrey knows only too well your family fought for the Starks, and now you would have me ask him to intervene. Is the situation that dire?
You can't, my lady. King Joffrey won't like it. Just think how he turned on Lady Sansa.
Я буду у вас в долгу.
I will forever be in your debt. My family will forever be in your debt.
I don't know, Mira. If Cersei were to find out...
Король без ума от вас.
Don't let the Queen bully you. You have power over him, Lady Marjorie, as no one else does. Not even his mother. Ramsay Snow will arrive at Ironrath within the week. I would never ask this of you if it weren't so urgent.
Very well. I'll make your request, but I cannot promise anything.
Thank you, my lady. I will send a raven to my family at once.
О, смена персонажа. Королевский тракт, Волчий лес. Это наш самый первый персонаж. Гарольд или Герат. Гаррет, как-то так. Оруженосец бывший. Отлично. Потерял единственную лошадь.
Let's play a little game, shall we?
О, это не Рамси Болтон ли, случайно? Похож на Рамси. Что делать? Помочь ему? Мне кажется, ему уже поздно помогать.
Not my best work, unfortunately. I suppose I have fallen out of practice. But he didn't make it easy, what with all that bloody noise.
Like a drowning cat. I thought he'd never stop.
As my father likes to say, a naked man holds few secrets, but the flayed man holds none.
Что?
Pity he didn't know your father was the Warden of the North.
А, это мой инвентарь.
He does now.
Это не то. Так тут ничего не
How much
сделать.
further is it to these foresters?
A day, my lord. 2 at most.
Они раньше собираются
What
напасть.
was that?
Не через неделю, а через день.
Listen. There. Hear that? I know I heard
Остаться
something.
на месте. Остаться на месте. Сыграем на нервах.
Never mind. We've wasted enough time already.
Какая-то вся игра темная, в темных красках. Постоянно. То ночью, то в темное время суток. Да он уже мертв. Бедняга.
Bloody hell.
Да, быстро за него наигрались. О, это уже на стене. Лорд Итан, да? Прибыл на стену.
Lord Ethan, as I was saying, you are young. And there are those within these walls who are uncertain of your leadership. But 300 generations of Forester Lords stand behind you. Lord Gerhard the Tall, who founded our house, and your grandfather, Lord Thorin the Bold, who seized back the river valley from the White Hills.
What did they call my father?
Lord Gregor the Good. He was fair and wise,
А как
and
назовут
courageous
меня?
in battle.
And what will they call me?
That is for you to define as the new Lord. These were your father's people to lead and protect, and now they're yours. But your father did not bear this responsibility alone. He and every Forester Lord before him chose one man whom they trusted above all others, the Lord Sentinel. Forester traditions demand that a new Lord Sentinel must be chosen.
Keep walking, you craven son of a whore. Move! Summon the Lord! We need his judgment.
I've done nothing wrong! I was only trying to survive!
Lord Ethan.
Кто этот человек?
Maester.
Who is this man?
This craven is a deserter and a thief.
This house is doomed! We all fucking know it!
Quiet, thief. Eric was supposed to be guarding our weapons, but instead we caught him stealing them.
2 shields
Ты
and 3
украл у нас?
spears.
You stole from us.
I feared for my life. Yes, my lord. I fled. We should all flee. It's not stealing if you're taking what's yours by right.
He speaks truth.
I've a family to feed, and not 2 coins to rub together since Lord Gregor left us to rot here. Where's our pay? Our share of bread and wine grows smaller every day.
Leave the poor man alone!
Mercy. Go.
Lord Ethan, I know these words are hard, but they're honest. This house is falling. We'll never survive the coming winter.
Успокойся.
Calm yourself.
The time for calm passed with the late Lord Forester. Now there's only chaos.
You'll address him as Lord. Lord Ethan, you must decide the punishment. Lord Gregor always took a thief's fingers. 3 of them.
Now may not be the time for harsh punishment. The men are on edge as it is.
Men need to know they cannot do whatever the fuck they please. Their lord will not permit it.
You can send him to the wall.
Show him mercy, my lord. He stole from us. Make him pay for what he stole. Give us justice.
Его сестра смотрит еще.
Send him to the wall. Take his fingers. He's a thief.
Я думаю пощадить.
If you punish me, you'll be punishing an innocent man. It will be an injustice, my lord. Please.
Проявить милосердие, отправить на стену.
Family
Отнять 3 пальца. А давайте его отправим на стену. Это будет нейтральное решение.
No, please, my lord. My family. Without me, they'll die.
Они же и так на стене. Или нет? Что-то я не понял. Они же вроде как на стене находятся. Ну ладно, рассудил и бог с ним.
That was certainly unpleasant, but a lord must mete out punishment when it's due. Not just yourself, of course.
Это мой долг.
It's a lord's duty, so I did it.
You heard what the thief said. I expect this sort of thing will happen again. But a sentinel can help you in the face of disloyalty. You need someone you can trust by your side. Someone you can rely on, no matter the circumstance.
Я могу выбрать вас.
And I'm sure you think you'd be the perfect choice.
Me? Oh, gods no. I can't get involved. I am a maester. At the Citadel, I swore an oath to serve as such. There are 2 capable men for the role. They both want the job, but neither thinks very highly of the other.
How do I decide between them?
Talk to them. Solicit the opinion of people close to you. Here, the bracer of the Sentinel. The badge of office. Tonight is your first small council meeting. It would be wise to bestow this bracer upon your chosen Sentinel then, to show that you are decisive and in control of this house. Your Sentinel will wear this for all to see.
Хорошо, я сделаю верный выбор.
I'll make the right choice as Sentinel.
Come speak with me when you're ready to convene the small council, my lord.
Так, ну что, тут, наверное, нужно с ними поговорить со всеми. И давайте на этом на сегодня закончим. Продолжим прохождение в следующей части. И, наверное, уже допройдем эпизод до конца, потому что здесь они довольно длинные. Длиннее, чем в остальных частях игр от Telltale. Вот, надеюсь, эта серия вам понравилась. Так что не забывайте оставлять лойсы. Подписывайтесь на канал и пишите обязательно комментарии по поводу этой игрушки. С вами был Макс. Игрушка «Игра престолов» от Telltale. Всем удачи и всем пока.